All right, so so I may disappear back and forth, turning, changing another camera, so back and forth. All right, so we're gonna do a lesson for you, Batul, with charcoal drawing, graphite, and some looser drawing techniques and all of that. So you can just kind of sit back and watch, and you know, if you have questions, ask while I'm doing it. And then also, if maybe getting all settled there, it's good. You'll also be able to have this recorded so that you can watch it again later as a reminder, okay? So, all right, so maybe what you could do, if you're going to be making lots of noises, just mute your microphone. If it's quiet, then don't worry about it. But anytime you want to talk, just unmute, okay? All right. So, let's see. What are we gonna? We're gonna start with some charcoal drawing techniques. So, I think I'm gonna focus the camera over here. So from now on, we're gonna just be looking at the page and not at me, okay? So, there's the page. I'll be right back. Just getting the other camera ready. There it is. Okay, so this little thing here, if you can see this thing, is a piece of willow charcoal. So it's a burnt willow stick. So if I want to do a large area, I can rub it on, but then take a cloth and smooth it out. So then if I want, I can create a background like that. If I want it to look smoother, what I would do is take that stick and scrape it with a knife. I've got to try to get that on the screen. There we go. Onto a little container. So I'm going to try changing the camera angle for a second here so you can see this. Okay, so I'm just going to scrape a bit off. And I get a little puddle of powder. Pick it up with my cloth. And then I can put it on, and it goes on smoother. I've got another camera angle I'm doing with my better quality camera too, Batul, so we'll have that to upload as well for you. Can you see that okay? All right, so let's say this was a sky. and I want to put some clouds in that. I could use a piece of kneaded eraser. Try to find the camera, there it is. And erase out a few clouds. I just dropped it. Excuse me. If I want those clouds to seem brighter, I can use a stronger eraser, like a typical drafting eraser. And then I can push harder. Depends on the paper you're using too, how well it erases. This one doesn't erase that well actually. Then I have some clouds in the sky. Then if I want to put maybe some trees in the background, using the side of the stick. So I just want some background trees. And so I want them to look kind of soft. So that's why I'm using the Willow Charcoal, because it rubs off really easily. And then I'm going to smudge it a bit. So I just get a soft background. So maybe this is winter trees, and then I can add a few trunks through there. So that's my distant tree line. And then I might put some of the land, so maybe there's some snow. And a few twigs. And then I'm going to put a bigger tree. Out on top. I'm using the side of the stick and then shifting onto the tip, kind of wiggling around. So what's nice about willow is it's so soft. And you can get these silvery gray kind of backgrounds, and it's very easy to change it or lighten it up. To create layers without it getting too heavy. It's not very permanent though, it can smudge easy. You want to use a paper that's kind of got a tooth to it. That can easily grab onto it, and you need to use a fixative spray with that. I'm going to just see if I can bring it a little bit closer so you can see it a little better. So that's one approach with the softer Willow Charcoal. For something more dramatic, you might like compressed charcoal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover, I'll just first show you compressed charcoal. So this is a square stick of compressed charcoal. And again, we can draw directly with it onto the page. We can, it's much darker, right? You can see even that, how stronger it is. And I saw you doing some drawings that I think you were using this for in your original portfolio. Is that right?
I don't remember.
But I think that you're really good with strong black and white. It really seems to bring out your expressive side. So you may really like this stuff. So of course you can color in, you can draw directly like I just was, and it's so much stronger and dramatic and sticks better than the Willow Charcoal. And you can use a cloth or a Kleenex to rub that in. So what you might want to do is to create an eraser drawing, so using the compressed charcoal. So you can color it on and rub it in. You can also make a powder out of it and then put that on. If you want a little extra interest to the drawing, kind of cross hatch it on first, like leaving some lines so that it creates a bit of a texture before you rub it down. And rub it in with some different angles. And if you want something that has a little bit more interest to the texture, if you don't want any texture showing, then scrape it into a little puddle with a knife, pick it up with the cloth and rub it on. And to help take care of the dust, if you have a piece of tape underneath where you're working, it grabs all that black dust. Okay, and then out of this, you can erase out the highlights that you see. So let's say I want to create a portrait. This is going to be a really expressive, loose one. Alright, let's say I want to find... I'm not looking at anything, so I'm just going to make something up. This is the nose and the brow area. So what I do when I draw this way, I'm looking, where do I see the light? And I'm erasing the light I see, right? So one thing I can do if I want a white highlight, I use the corner of the eraser, rub, rub, rub. If I want a shaded area, I use a little bit dirty eraser and use a sideways stroke. And then I get a mid value. Highlights, rub a lot to get that off. Right. And then skim over for the mid values. So I'm drawing the face just by erasing out the highlights. Sorry about the phone ringing there. some hair to this person. Let's see. Yeah, I think this could be really good for you. It's looser, it's expressive, and you can make it look either fairly smooth or really expressive too, because like you see where I'm doing with the hair, I mean the whole thing can be done kind of crosshatch, you know, really expressive if you want. And it gives a little more moody, more sculptural effect. I think it'd be good for you. I really, because you really, sometimes when I see some of your drawings, some of those ones you showed me from last year when we first met, they really had some fantastic expressive qualities, really bold. Like, I think you're really good with charcoal. And less of a structured kind of artist, so a way to find the image, allow it be really expressive. The charcoal's so nice for that, you know, and it gives you that chance to kind of explore the image. And if there's an area you don't like, no problem. It's easy to fix. I'll show you. So I just made up this person here. It's good for old people. But you can do it softer too. But if there's something you don't like, let's say, oh, I made a mistake, or I don't like the mouth here. Look, it's gone. You can add some more. And fix it. It's so forgiving, right? So